Hello everyone, this is LeetCode problem number 5, longest palindromic substring. Now the very first approach that comes to my mind and looks pretty easy is I can find all the substrings and then I can call is palindromic function and I can check if they are palindromic substrings or not, and then I can store the length of the longest substring. I can keep storing their lengths and then I can check at the last which one is the longest and I can return that. Now the problem with that is that the time complexity would be O of n cube. Like first we'll be having I and j loop running for finding the substring, and then to find is palindromic we'll have another while loop, right? So what we can try to do is look for a better solution, and that's what we are gonna do next. So now we'll try to find the more optimized solution for this, right? So what can I'll try to explain you whatever right now I have written on this screen, right? So what I can think of is that ABA and ABBA both are palindromes, right? So basically center for a odd length palindrome would be C, and center for a even length palindrome would be like C and C plus 1. Basically when I say center, I mean these are the indexes from where we can expand and try to find if the number is palindrome or if the string is palindrome or not, right? So if I expand around it, I can say that, I can consider this right side and I can consider this L side. And I can say if S of L is equals to S of R, and until this is equal, I can keep going until my L is greater than 0 and my R is less than size, and this is the characters are equal. I can say that, okay, this is a palindromic array, and then I can return their length. When I say return their length, basically we know that if R is pointing here and L is pointing here, so let's say the character or like the string which is when the loop ends, my L plus 1 to R minus 1 will be the palindrome. Like this is the string which would be the palindromic string, right? So here I have explained why for C I'm taking the type odd and even, because like we by default do not know if it is an odd numbered or even numbered palindrome. So we are gonna see if my center acts as palindrome, as like odd length palindrome or even length palindrome, right? So for odd length we just have to expand from one place, right, from one center. So that's why for odd length we have to expand from only one center. So that's why you can see my start L and start R is like 0 0 1 1 2 2 because it's only one center. Whereas for even length palindrome I have to like the expansion starts from C and C plus 1, C and C plus 1, C and C plus 1. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is that have a dry run. I am gonna iterate through this array and I'm gonna treat each indices as center, and I'm gonna expand around it and see which expansion leads to the maximum palindromic length, right? Like maximum longest palindromic substring. Okay, so yeah, let's say my C is equals to 0. I'm gonna start from here and I'm gonna, okay, so now this is basically my L. Is it greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is equal to 0. Is it less than the size of 1 2 3 4 5? Yeah. Is it less than 5? Yes, it is. So what I will do is that, and most importantly, my S of L is equals to S of R. Yes, it is. B is basically equal to B. So I'm going to do L minus minus. My L was 0, it's going to come to minus 1, and my R was 0, it's going to increase to plus 1. Now again the loop runs. Is my L greater than or equal to 0? No, it is not. I'm going to come out of the loop and I'm going to return the length, which is nothing but r minus l minus 1, which at this point is nothing but, okay, my r is 1, my l is minus 1, and then minus 1, which here is nothing but 1. Basically minus minus becomes plus, and then it is 2 minus 1, which is nothing but 1. Okay, now here we stopped because my l was less than 0. Okay, I could technically delete this column, like it's pretty intuitive. Okay, now I'll see if what happens if this was a, if at all it was an even palindromic substring, right? So I'll have my c as 0 and c plus, is this greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. Is 1 less than 5? Yes, it is. Okay, now this is what I'm sending basically, right? So now is s of l is equals to s of r? No, it is not, right? Because I can clearly see b is not equal to r, right? So since b is not equal to r, we are just gonna written r minus l minus 1, which here is nothing but 1 minus 0 minus 1, which is nothing but 0. Okay, so we did not get anything. We stopped because there was a mismatch. Now my c moves here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to first treat it as odd one and then the even centered. Okay, so my c is equals to a. Okay, first, is 1 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. Is 1 less than 5? Yes, it is. Now my s of l, which is nothing but a basically. 1 second. Yeah. Yes. So is a is equals to a? Yes, it is. So since yes it is, my l is gonna, it was 1, it's gonna decrease to 0, and my r, which was also 1, it's gonna increase to 2. So now I'm gonna see if s of 0 is equals to s of 2. So this is 0, 1, 2. So is it equal? Yes, it is equal. Nice. Yeah. So since it is equal, I'm gonna continue again. My L is gonna become minus 1, and this is gonna become 3. Okay. Now since L is not greater than 0 anymore, now since L is less than 0, we are just going to return the length, which was L minus R minus 1, and which is nothing but 3 minus minus plus 1 minus 1, which is nothing but 3. And we know the palindromic substring that we had found was nothing but BAB. BAB. Now we are going to check for the even case. So here I am assuming, let's say, what if this C was an even palindrome. So again the same thing, my C is equals to 1 and C plus 1 is equals to 2. Is this greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. Is it less than 5? Yes, it is. Now is my S of 1 is equals to S of 2. Let us see. Okay, let me write here BABAD 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my S of 1 is nothing but A, and obviously I know A is not equal to B. I'm gonna come out of the loop. So we are like stopping because of the mismatch. Okay, yeah. We are solving because of the mismatch, and I'm gonna return r minus l minus 1. Basically r is 2, l is 1 minus 1, which is nothing but again 0. Now my c comes to this. Again, I'm gonna test for odd one. Is my 2 greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. Is it less than 5? Yes, it is. Now is s of 2 is equals to s of 2? Yes, it shall be. Yeah, yes, it is. So which my L was 2, it's gonna come. Okay, let me just write by the size. I don't have much space. Okay, my R was 2. It is gonna increase to 3. My L is gonna decrease to 1. Okay, again, is my S of L is equal to is S of 3? Yes, it is equals to. Then again, this is gonna decrease. It's gonna be 0, and this is gonna be 4. And R is this and this equal? No, it is not equal. So we come out of the loop because B is not equal to D. We call it a mismatch. We return the length. My R was 4, my B was 0 minus 1. It is nothing but 3, and the substring that we had found was nothing but ABA. Okay, again we'll do for even one. My B is, my 2 is greater than 0. This is less than 5. Is this and this equal? No, it is not equal. We know B is not equal to A. We know that there is a mismatch. So we come out of the loop, and I send my R minus L minus 1. My R was 3 minus 2 minus 1, which is nothing but 0. And there was no palindrome found. Then finally my, can I just change color? Yeah. My C comes to 3, and I'll expand around it. So, okay. This is greater than 0. This is less than 5. My L currently is 3. My R currently is 3. Is S of L is equals to S of 3? Yes, it is. I decrease this and I increase this. Is B is equals to D? Again, B is, sorry, yeah, B is not equal to D. Okay, right. S of 2 is not equal to S of 4. Yes, it is not. So what I do is I return this, which is nothing but my R is 4, my L is 2 minus 1, which is nothing but 4 minus 3, which is 1. And obviously we had the palindromic substring that we had found was this, right? And when I expanded this to this side, it was not palindromic. So we came out of the loop. Now again, treating this as even. Is this is greater than 0? Yes, this is less than 5. Is A is not equal to D? We have mismatch at the very start. We say R minus L minus 1, which is nothing but 4 minus 3 minus 1 is nothing but 0. We did not find any substring. We did not find any palindromic substring, so we move to the next C. Now this is the last one. Obviously S of 4, wait, let me not skip steps. Is this greater than 0? Is it 5? Is S of 4 is equals to S of 4? Definitely it is. Then I decrease 3, and then I increase 5. Then is L greater than 0? Yes. But is R less than 5? No, it is not. So we see we are stopping because this is greater than the size itself. and now we return r minus l minus 1. R is 5, l is 3 minus 1, this is 1, and obviously we are finding one substring because like d was one palindromic substring. Now we check for the even type, and 4 and 5. My l is equals to 4 and my r is equals to 5. Is r like yeah, so we know that r is greater, it's not even equal, it is like strictly greater. Yes, it is greater than n, so we are going out of bounds. And then obviously r minus l minus 1 will lead to 5 minus 4 minus 1, which is nothing but 0. Will find the 0 substring like that. So okay, after this much calculation, we see that we have the longest substring. We have two of them, which is BAB and ABA, of length 3 each. We can output any one of them. So probably this was too much calculation and just explanation. What we'll try, we'll code it now, and when we code it, I hope it becomes easier and we are able to get more context out of it. So now that we are gonna code it, what they had decided was we will take C and then we will be expanding across it, right? So first let's take the size of the string, which is nothing but is the dot size, and we know that if the size is less than or equal to 1, we can just straight away return this because that would be the longest palindromic substring that I would get. Now we'll set the best length to 1 equals 1 and the best start would be 0. Okay, so now it would be like for every index we would be expanding it, so we will be iterating across the string that we have, int less than n and C++. Now this is int C equals to 0, C less than n and C++, yes. So now we will have to like choose the best length, so like we will keep two lengths, one for odd and one for even. Like we will assume both the things, right? That if it is even, we would have start C and C like we had discussed. So let me just type it. This is in case of odd, and in case of even number we would, let me just say we would expand around S, C and C+1 like we had talked. So this is the case of like even length string. So now what we will choose, like we can obviously like choose the best possible length that we get, len1 and len2. So what we can also do is that if this length is greater than best of len, then we will just store it in that this len equals to length, and then my best start would be nothing but C minus len minus 1, right? Like that's what we had done even in code, right? Sorry, even in the dry run. And what we have to do is that we have to return the substring of s dot substring, which is starting from the best start to best len. Now what part here is left is writing this expand function, right? So let's write that. So let's say int expand will take a constant like string, which is nothing but s, oopsie, and obviously length, and then the not length, like left and right, and while my L is greater than or equal to 0 and my right, like they should not cross the boundaries basically. My right is within the size, like s dot size, and my s of l, okay, it's capital L, s of l is equals to s of r. So till it is equal, we'll keep expanding. That means we'll do L minus minus and we'll do R plus plus. And once this loop ends, we will return L R minus L minus 1. Okay, so this is what we had done. Let's see if it's working or not. So here I have got the exception int. Return s. Enter the size. Oh, this was supposed to be if, right? Now line number 33. Oh. Okay, yeah, so these test cases are passing. Let's just try submitting it. Okay, yeah, so this passes too. Thank you everyone for watching.